the future.
2 whole minutes in the future where you already got financing from drivetime.com.
You even know your down payment.
There's no way I could know all that in 2 minutes.
Are you calling you a liar?
So you guys figured out time travel and you can only go 2 minutes?
Yep.
You warned us you'd be difficult.
I am difficult.
See your financing in 2 minutes and shop over 10,000 vehicles. The Drive Time Machine, only at drivetime.com.
Stormwatch 7 Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly on your side.
Tonight, breaking news, blackout at America's busiest airport. Major airlines forced to ground and cancel flights. Thousands of travelers trapped in darkness. Up to 100 planes stuck on the tarmac.
It's just pitch darkness in the airport.
The ripple effect as holiday travel gets off to a chaotic start. Also tonight, President Trump's transition team taking aim at the special counsel, accusing him of improperly obtaining tens of thousands of their emails. What the president just said about Robert Mueller's future. Final tax push. President Trump selling his plan days before the final vote. Are you one of the Americans projected to keep more of your money? The monster wildfire, new evacuations as flames close in on more homes, plus the celebrity mega mansions in the fire zone, and the secret UFO files, the Pentagon program revealed. Tonight, what the military is admitting for the first time.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin with breaking news as we come on the air. Right now, a crippling blackout in Atlanta at America's busiest airport. Just moments ago, they announced they're now trying to get everyone out of the airport. Dozens of planes stuck on the tarmac. Hundreds of flights into and out of Hartsfield-Jackson canceled. Thousands of passengers confused and frustrated, crowding into terminals. Not sure when or if they'll even get into the air. The blackout forcing ground stops at other airports as well, just as the holiday travel week gets started. ABC's Marcus Moore leads us off.
Tonight, the nation's busiest airport in the dark. Thousands stranded when the power went out without warning at Atlanta's Hartsfield International Airport.
Atlanta Airport, no power, no light.
I don't know how long it's been out, but we've been standing here in the dark for about 35 minutes.
Passengers using flashlights to guide them. In some parts of the airport, the only sights and sounds, the emergency announcements. Reports of smoke in the terminal coming from passengers.
We could see fire trucks all along Terminal E and black smoke coming from the back.
The lights flickered once. It was really scary, and then they flickered again, and they didn't come back. And it's been about an hour now, and it's just pitch darkness in the airport.
Airport officials unable to confirm what caused the massive power outage, which shut down critical equipment and computers, stranding thousands of passengers. As many as 100 flights stuck on the tarmac. Pilots and passengers relying on social media for any updates. Willie Weinbaum has been stuck on his plane for more than 3 hours. Some passengers let off planes covering themselves for warmth as they huddle on the tarmac. The drama unfolding in Atlanta. At least 600 flights now canceled, more than 500 delayed. The power shutdown creating a ripple effect. More than 2,000 flights across the country already delayed.
And Marcus Moore joins us live. Marcus, any word on what caused this power outage and how long it will last?
Tom, officials are not saying right now what they believe may have started this power outage. Also unclear how long it will take to get that airport back up and running to 100%. And I can tell you right now, even here in Dallas, we are seeing the effects of this outage. Look at the line of passengers here in front of the Delta ticketing counter trying to get to their various destinations. Tom, we've already met several frustrated passengers who are headed home, or headed to a hotel rather, unsure of when they'll catch a flight home. Tom.
We see those lines forming. All right, Marcus Moore with those breaking details. Marcus, thank you. Let's get right to former Marine Corps fighter pilot and ABC News contributor Steve Ganyard. Steve, this is a serious issue that you believe is going to affect travel for the coming days?
Tom, I think for airlines that are headquartered in Atlanta like Delta, it's going to have a cascading effect, and it's going to take them a long time to figure out crew schedules, putting the airplanes in the right place. Every hour that goes by without power compounds that delay.
Now, Steve, when the Atlanta airport lost power, there were planes in the air. Were any flights ever in any type of danger?
Tom, what we know tonight is that air traffic control and the control tower maintain power. So nobody was in danger, but there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be affected by this for a long time to come.
And we'll be on top of it. Steve Ganyard for us tonight. Steve, thank you. Next, President Trump's transition team chipping away at Robert Mueller and the Russia investigation. The president's transition lawyer concerned about tens of thousands of their emails now in Mueller's possession, claiming they were improperly obtained and include privileged information. The question being asked, will President Trump fire Robert Mueller? His answer coming up in a short time. ABC's David Wright at the White House.
Tonight, as he arrived back from Camp David, President Trump expressed concern about a new letter accusing the special counsel of illegally obtaining tens of thousands of emails from the president's inner circle during the transition, including, quote, materials protected by attorney-client privilege.
Not looking good. It's not looking good. It's quite sad to see that. So my people were very upset about it.
The 7-page letter addressed to key committee leaders from the House and Senate comes from an attorney representing the Trump transition team, a new line of attack against Robert Mueller's investigation.
They're spending millions and millions of dollars. There is absolutely no collusion. I didn't make a phone call to Russia. I have nothing to do with Russia. Everybody knows it.
Even before this, the president dismissed the investigation as a witch hunt and a Democratic hoax, even blasting the FBI. Its reputation's in tatters, worst in history, read one recent tweet.
The fix was in against Donald Trump from the beginning, and they were pro-Hillary.
Now this new letter raises concerns about career staffers in the agency that provides office supplies to the federal government, accusing them of breaking the law by handing over to the special counsel emails, laptops, cell phones, and other materials. The special counsel's office insists it followed standard procedures and did nothing wrong.
Republicans should end their concerted effort to undermine the credibility of the Mueller investigation.
Democrats worry the president is searching for a pretext to fire Mueller.
I really hope our Republican colleagues will not join in subverting that process and trying to end this investigation. The question is, what are they afraid of? What is the White House afraid of?
But tonight, the president insists he has no plans to fire the special counsel.
No, I'm not. No. What else? What, are you surprised?
And you heard it there, the president saying he has no plans to fire Mueller. David Wright joins us now from the White House. David, we also learned today that Russian President Vladimir Putin called President Trump today. What did they talk about?
That's exactly right, Tom. The Russian president called the American president to thank him for a CIA tip that helped the Russians to foil an attempted terrorist bombing in St. Petersburg. Both presidents praising the U.S. intelligence services for a job well done. Tom?
David Wright for us tonight. David, thank you. Also in Washington tonight, your money, your taxes. President Trump's final tax push ahead of this week's expected vote in Congress. The president promising working American families a tax cut by Christmas. Tonight, the reality check. Who really benefits? How much will they get? And for how long? ABC's Gloria Rivera on the Hill.
Tonight, the president promising that a major new tax bill is just days away.
This is going to be one of the great gifts to the middle-income people of this country that they've ever gotten for Christmas.
The bill slashes the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%, a win for business. For the wealthy, it lowers the top tax rate from 39.6% to 37%. For the middle class, it doubles the standard deduction but caps combined state and local income and property tax write-offs at $10,000. Previous analysis of the Senate version found Americans making $75,000 or less will actually pay more taxes within a decade.
This is a total betrayal of President Trump's economic populist message on the campaign trail. It's a huge giveaway to big corporations.
The new bill eliminates the Obamacare mandate, leaving a potential 13 million Americans uninsured, according to congressional analysis. It expands the current 529 education credits beyond college to include kindergarten through high school, private education. To get it done, Republicans agreed corporate tax cuts will be permanent. Individual tax cuts will expire after 8 years.
I'm confident we'll pass this bill probably on Tuesday. We were determined to get this job done.
And tonight reports that legendary Senator John McCain will not be casting a vote, but recovering from chemotherapy treatment at home in Arizona. The White House still confident they have enough votes without him. Republicans are pushing to vote this week, and if President Trump signs a bill by December 31st, the changes would take effect next year. The IRS says you could see a change in your bottom line by February.
Tom?
We'll be watching all the developments from Capitol Hill. Gloria, thank you. Now to the breaking story out west, that devastating wildfire growing in size in Southern California. The Thomas Fire, now the third largest in state history, threatening more homes and forcing new evacuations. The fire destroyed more than 1,000 structures, and firefighters bracing for the powerful Santa Ana winds to kick up yet again. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in the fire zone.
Tonight, fire crews waging an all-out war against this massive, unrelenting wildfire, now the size of New York City. Crews climbing the California hills with chainsaws, axes, and shovels, desperately trying to get the upper hand.
We're hitting this thing with everything we got.
The inferno now burning for nearly 2 weeks. The wall of smoke at one point so thick it nearly blacked out the sun. Nearly 800 homes destroyed, several more lost over the weekend as wind gusts topped 60 miles an hour.
And you can see just how powerful the wind is here. It brought the flames in so quickly that fire crews say they didn't have time to get up here to save this home. Once they were here, the heat just melted their hoses. And up here you can see where they dropped fire retardant days earlier, but that wasn't enough to stop those flames from spreading.
It was really the most severe fire behavior that I've seen.
That extreme threat forcing new mandatory evacuations. Celebrities among the thousands of people in the fire zone. Rob Lowe posting these photos of his home, and Ellen DeGeneres writing, "Our home is still standing, but so many have been lost. Firefighters continue to be my heroes." One of those heroes, Corey Iverson, who died fighting the Thomas Fire last week. Today, hundreds turned out to honor the husband and father who was set to welcome a new baby soon. Colleagues mourning, but still on the front lines, tonight taking advantage of a short-lived break in the winds.
We're expecting the winds to kick back up very severe on Wednesday.
A timely rush to stop this fire from spreading more.
These firefighters in mourning and still so hard at work. They were told to plan to be out here through Christmas, but now officials expect this firefight to continue through the new year. Tom?
Such an incredible battle out there out west. All right, Marcy, thank you. Next tonight, the murder mystery arrest in Memphis. Former NBA player Lorenzen Wright found shot to death 7 years ago. The case remaining unsolved. Police finally with a break in the case, leading them to 2 suspects, including his ex-wife. Here's ABC's Maggie Ruley.
Tonight, new charges in the 7-year-old cold case surrounding the death of former NBA player Lorenzen Wright. Shira Wright, his ex-wife, charged with first-degree premeditated murder.
How could you have murdered my son?
The arrest following Billy Turner's, who pled not guilty to first-degree murder earlier this month.
We followed the evidence, and the evidence led us to Billy Ray Turner and Shira Wright.
The case began 7 years ago with this chilling 911 call interrupted by gunfire.
911, where's your emergency? Hello?
Wright's body was found 10 days later in Memphis. It wasn't until just last month that police say divers discovered the murder weapon in a lake in Mississippi. In this 2015 Sports Illustrated interview, Shira Wright did not directly respond when asked if she had anything to do with her ex-husband's death.
I'm a wife, then I'm a mother, and then thirdly, I'm an author. The law enforcement should do what's best to find out who's the killer.
Right now, police are not saying anything about a motive or how the 2 suspects may be connected, but Shira Wright is expected in court tomorrow. Tom?
Maggie Ruley for us. Maggie, thank you. Now to the Pentagon's secret UFO program revealed. The military is spending millions of dollars to look into UFO sightings from American fighter pilots, now being made public and raising a lot of questions. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef.
These haunting images, part of a bombshell first admission by the military of a government program investigating sightings of UFOs.
It's rotating.
This mysterious black object spotted off the coast of San Diego by Navy fighter pilots in 2004.
My gosh.
That encounter documented by ATIP, the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, a shadowy office in the Pentagon that ran from 2007 to 2012. It examined so-called anomalous aerial vehicles. The Pentagon confirming to ABC News the initiative ended in favor of other higher priority issues that merited funding. Former Democratic Nevada Senator Harry Reid, who according to the New York Times helped secure the $22 million initiative, defending the spending, tweeting, "This is about science and national security. If America doesn't take the lead in answering these questions, others will."
Something like this was a pet project by Senator Reid and some of his colleagues, something that they thought needed to be investigated, but the real question is, was it worth $22 million for 2 or 3 fascinating videos?
The new revelations raise